Hi, I'm Diana Ramirez, County Administrator, and today we're diving into an important resource for our community, the Harris County Veteran Services Department. With the largest veteran population in Texas, Harris County is proud to support those who have served our country, and this department is here to ensure they get the help and resources they need. The department helps veterans and their families navigate VA benefits, access mental health and rehabilitation services, and even find new career opportunities. And what makes it even more impactful is that many of the staff are veterans themselves, offering support that's both professional and personal. Let's take a closer look at the work they do to ensure our veterans get the care and resources they deserve. And if you're a veteran, thank you for your service.
Hey, I'm Dave Lewis. I'm the Executive Director here at Harris County Veteran Services Department. So, Harris County Veteran Services Department is a department that was created about 5 years ago with a study from Harris County that said, what are we doing to help our veterans and our veteran population? So, they created a separate standalone department. Statutorily, we do claims and benefits for Harris County veterans and their family members, always free of charge. We see a lot of people that say, hey, should I hire this firm or that sort of thing? They promise me that they're going to get me a certain level or rating. Please don't pay anybody to do your claim. We do it for free for you. If you're not satisfied with the way your claim turns out, more than welcome to do that. So first and foremost, that's what we do is claims and benefits. We don't adjudicate the claim. We get all the information and file it based on what you've experienced for your military service. And then we have two other lines of service, if you will. We have an emergency financial assistance service that's funded by the Texas Veterans Commission and their Fund for Veterans Assistance, by the way, which is funded by the Texas Lottery. Or when you register your car, you can donate, or when you get a license, you can donate. All of that comes out. I think they spent $30 million plus last year helping veterans in the state of Texas. So we have a grant that allows people to get assistance when they experience a one-time financial emergency. Well, I mean, let's say you got a job, your car breaks down, and now you're faced with, do I get the car fixed? Have to do that to keep my job, or pay rent at the end of the month. We can take a look at that and help you get over that one-time financial hurdle. So that's one-time assistance to those experiencing one-time financial emergency. The other thing we do is what I affectionately call our recon team, which is a military term, but we go out and find veterans that are struggling in the community. And we pay very close attention to suicide prevention. We pay very close attention to justice-involved veterans. I'd like to talk more about that, about all the magnitude of the challenges that we see. And then we also play in the homeless veterans realm and veterans that are struggling and isolating post-military service. And we'll also help people that are on active duty, by the way, so people from Ellington, anywhere. If you have an ID and have served your country, we'll give you assistance. There are a lot of studies that are out there that say 50, 60% of military service members that leave the military struggle with their transition. When you think about it, you leave the military. If you joined when you're 18, somebody's told you where you're going to go, where you're going to be, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, what you're going to do. You get out and suddenly it's a whole brand new world. You get to make all these decisions for yourself. So a lot of people aren't prepared for that particular piece. A lot of people don't understand the benefits that they've earned with their military service. And so we're here to help connect them and figure out what they want to do. Veterans make outstanding employees. A lot of Harris County departments have figured that out. Veterans make great students. I still teach. I love having veterans in my classes. They're problem solvers. They make great politicians in many cases because they're problem solvers. So veterans offer a lot to our community, but they may not know, or they think I'm the only person in the history of mankind that's ever experienced these things. Insider tip, you're not. We can help you out. And so just getting us started, and sometimes just talking to somebody to figure out what's normal, what's not normal. But here's the really tough part. About 1 in 20 veterans, so 1 out of every 20 veterans is going to struggle mightily with their transition, meaning they're probably going to use substances. They're going to isolate. We've got to go find them. So our operational model starts with find, and we'll talk about how we can find them and what the audience here can do to help us out. But so part of it is finding those that are struggling and then getting them the resources. What we find is it's a population that does really well once we get them the resources that they need. Look, if you had it in you to get through boot camp or basic training, you still have it in you to get back up on life. And so they're very responsive to the interventions that we can assist them with. The question might come up, how do you find people if they're not finding you? And so that's a great question, because what we try to do is create eyes and ears in the community. What do I mean by that? We have about 185,000 veterans in Harris County. That's about the size of the United States Marine Corps. Add their family members in there. It's a large problem that we've got here. I think 1 in 20 are struggling. That's 8 to 10,000 veterans that are struggling at any given time in our county. So how do we find them? I can't go knock on doors. We just don't have the manpower, the resources to be able to do that. But what we can do is develop partners, eyes and ears in the community, family members, inner circle, anybody that might know a veteran and wonder, hey, if they're struggling, I wonder if VSD could help them out. We probably can, and get a hold of us, contact us. So we do that with eyes and ears. We call that surveillance. And then we'll send a team of people out to go meet that veteran where they are in the community to understand. We call that reconnaissance. So surveillance, reconnaissance, military terms. But that's what we do to be able to figure out who's got the challenges. Big challenges, first and foremost, are suicide prevention. That's one of the biggest things. When we first started this program almost 5 years ago, we had about every 6 days we lost a veteran to suicide in Harris County, about 60 a year. Last year, we reduced suicide. I say we, collectively, everybody in Harris County that's working on this, all the nonprofits, the VA, ourselves, the city of Houston, we reduced that by 32%. We saw a drop from 62 to 42. That's great progress. We're not there yet. One veteran suicide a year is one too many. We're not there yet. So that's the first piece. The next big challenge is, how do we overcome these stigmas and that sort of thing before it snowballs and gets out of control for you? Again, we rely on the veteran to be able to identify and admit. It's really a sign of strength rather than a sign of weakness to be able to do that. We all understand that. Most of our office are veterans too. Many of us have struggled, myself included, during our transition. So we understand how critical it is. Some problems need assistance to be solved. I was a single seat fighter pilot. I thought I could solve every problem in the world by myself. Turns out I couldn't. I needed some help from some other people, and I got that help, and that's important. So that's the next piece, is making sure that we know that there are resources. And then the justice problem. Justice is a real struggle for a lot of veterans. Last year, over 2,700 veterans went through the Harris County Jail. There are about 300 veterans sitting in the Harris County Jail on any given day. So we now have another Texas Veterans Commission grant funded by the FVA with a 3-person team that's in there meeting the veterans where they are, working through doing the reentry planning, and then keeping them successful when they come back out of jail. That's really important. And we also just hired a staff attorney to get in there and get the wheels of justice turning a little bit faster to be able to do that. Giant win for us, and of course, our thanks to Daniel and his folks over at Budget for helping us get that across the finish line this last budget cycle. We like to establish veteran trust. Many of the people in our office, we hire for passion to do this job. It's not easy. A lot of complicated things that go on in our veteran population. It's not easy to be able to do that. You have to have a passion for what we're doing. But our veteran population can connect with our veteran officers, our veteran members of our staff here, and it makes that connection all that much more important. A lot of us have faced a lot of the same issues. And so we can relate not only to their service, but to the experiences they've had post-military service. And how do we do that? So really, really important, I think, to build that rapport with the veteran community. So how do you find us at the Veteran Services Department here? Website is the easiest thing, harrisvets.com. We have that contact us. You can click through, fill out a service ticket, goes directly into our software. All the magic happens behind the scenes there, and you'll get a phone call from one of our great staff members. The other way is to simply call us, 281-876-6600. There's several options there that you can select once you click through that or dial into that, and then you can talk to somebody, hopefully that day. Typically, our wait times for routine, like filing a claim or an appeal or something, may take us 48 to 72 hours to get back. The line stays fairly long. We've got a 6-person team dedicated to just doing that stuff all the day. But if you're in crisis and you punch through to the crisis number, we'll call you back right away, or we always have somebody 24/7 to be able to answer that call. The other thing I'd like to remind people is, if you know a veteran that's in crisis, or really anybody that's in crisis, 988. Every now and then you'll see the Facebook post, does anybody want to help a veteran? The 1-800-273-TALK, that's gone away. 988. It's really simple. Press 1 for veterans. You do not have to be the person in crisis to dial 988, by the way. You can dial 988 on behalf of somebody. A family member can do that. 988 then connects back in. We get a lot of referrals from the 988 crisis line into us to be able to go help people out. So lots of ways to figure that out. We're just part of the team here at Harris County wide, trying to figure out how to serve veterans and get them successful. That's our vision. Our vision statement is really simple. Every veteran succeeds.